Alright. We have Dr. Clef. It's been a little bit of a while. I mean, it has been Series 3. Is this the last one? No, it's not. Okay. He has a bunch of, a couple in the 8000s. Which, now I'm looking at the list. That's, okay, there's one in the 4000s. So, but after this one, we won't have Dr. Clef for a long time. We won't have Dr. Clef for a long time. 2317. Which was the... Yeah, it was the that one giant, like that deity that's being locked, and you have like some rituals to like potentially get him out. Actually, I think the ritual was to keep him locked away, because like if he escapes, it will be big boy bad. Well, an uncontacted African tribe. Sure, yeah. Again, I don't think. I understand what you're trying to ask. Like, how would you explain SCPs to them? I understand, but at the same time, I think they have more important matters than like trying to learn what an SCP wiki is, because that would not. They would be like, that's not helpful at all to whatever we are doing. Okay, Dr. Clef. Your next one, your SCP is Aftermath. Aftermath, okay. Aftermath of a fight. Aftermath of a breach, maybe? The rituals don't work, they just do it to keep the rest of the Foundation calm down. Oh yeah, it's true. That's right. That's right, the rituals don't actually work. I forgot about that aspect. Yeah, the rituals was like at the end was like actually it doesn't work. We got screwed. Object class safe. Special containment procedures following the accidental deaths of Dr. and the remainder of SCP-2461 research team. No further research into SCP-2461 is to be carried out without anonymous consent of the O5 Council. The remaining SCP-2461 artifacts are to be placed in high security containment at Armed Containment Site 2461. No access to SCP-2461 is to be permitted without anonymous consent of the O5 Council. Anti-theft measures in place at Armed Containment Site 2461 are classified under protocol. Just get to it. Here we go. Anti-theft measures in place at Armed Containment Site 2461 are classified under protocol 999-2461-Gerensback. Lethal force is authorized to prevent theft of SCP-2461 objects. Description: SCP-2461 is a series of artifacts recovered from a crash site on... And that's it. That's all we need in the description. No, I mean there's multiple small descriptions here, but it would have been funny if that's like all there is. That would have been, if that was all the description we get, that would have been the shortest description we have ever received from an SCP before. But of course not. We have individual descriptions here. So we have -A. A disc-shaped device approximately 45 meters in diameter. Oh, damn. That's pretty big. And 10.5 meters in height. The device exterior is covered in a radar-absorbing material. In a radar-absorbing material. So like... Entrance and egress are possible through a dilating iris doorway in the central underside of the device, either by a ladder, elevator, or roof-mounted gravity lift. The interior of the device is divided into 3 levels, each approximately 3 meters in interior height. The topmost level, Deck 1, appears to be devoted to command and control, and include a control center, observation dome, and navigation systems. So I assume Aftermath is like Aftermath of the crash. The second level appears to be devoted to engineering and avionics, and includes the avionics engine, and flight control system. A small living quarters, including galley and cots, is also located on this level. The third level contains the remaining avionics and flight control systems, but is mostly made up of toroidal fuel tank containing approximately 40,000 liters of an unknown combustible liquid. At the moment of the writing of this article, 10,000 liters of fuel remain in the tank. Is this okay? So I assume the crash site is some sort of like alien type vehicle that they could not explain what it is. But let's continue reading. The underside of the device has 6 hemispherical protrusions located at regular intervals around the circumference of the disc. Each hemisphere shields a turreted X-ray laser in the 200 MW range. Guidance and firing are carried out either by the master gunnery control station on deck 1 or by individual turret controls on deck 3. 3 extendable struts are located at regular intervals on the underside of the device and can be extended for landing. I'm pretty sure 579 subscription is short since it's all with that. That's true. I forgot about that one. Yeah, that's true. 3 extendable struts are located at regular intervals on the other side of the device and can be extended for that. I already read that. Okay. Dash B. 10 instances of Dash B were found inside Dash A, labeled Dash B1 through Dash B10. At the time of the writing of this article, 7 instances of Dash B, B1 through B7, have been destroyed through testing or accident, leaving 3 examples. Dash B is an exoskeletal powered armor suit constructed of highly sophisticated steel alloy. Each was originally worn by a different instance of Dash C before recovery, and was individually fitted to its wearer's physical characteristics. Experimentation has revealed that Dash B grants the user increased strength, that its armor plating is capable of repelling small arms fire up to and exceeding 0.50 BMG, that it contains no, this is a BFG. I was about like big fucking gun. Well, that's a BFG, sorry. Big massive gun. And that it contains systems capable of life support in a hard vacuum for extended periods of time. Dash C1 through C12. The cremated remains of 12 individuals, 11 male, 1 female, who originally operated Dash A. At present time, none of Dash C instances have been positively identified. Autopsies carried out after the initial crash site recovery indicates that all 10 individuals were killed due to expunged. Dash D1 through D10. 10 devices originally housed in leather holsters affixed to the exterior of each Dash B. So like maybe like guns or weapons. 8 of these devices, Dash D1 through D8, were damaged beyond repair in the impact. 1 of the surviving devices were subsequently destroyed during the course of experimentation and testing, leaving 1 extant device remaining. Dash D is an X-ray laser pistol in the 150 kilowatt KW range. The emitter is located in the bulbous structure located just above the grip. The collimating barrel of the device is a hexagonal prism made of an artificial aluminum oxide crystal protruding 4 inches from the emitter, surrounded by a combination heatsink and barrel shroud. The devices are rechargeable by 125 volt alternating current or by replacing the power pack located in the grip. According to the tags, this was a SCP. This was a SCP 2000 contest entry. Coincidentally, one of the SCPs you upload today to your channel was also a SCP 2000 contest entry. The 2222, right? Which, by the way, I really like that one. 2222 was really fun one to read. Yeah, you told me on my channel. Ow. Dash E1 through E4. 4 X-ray laser rifles in the 200, I assume it's 200 kilowatts range. I assume that's what it means. The construction is similar to that of Dash D, because when I think of range, I think of distance, but I assume range can also be used for watts. The contest entries are normally pretty good. Sorry. The construction is similar to that of Dash D, except that the power pack is located in a magazine well located forward of the trigger housing. The barrel has been extended to 12 inches and includes a forward hand grip made of walnut wood, and a rifle butt made of the same walnut wood has been attached to the rear of the laser emitter housing. And then we have Dash F through Z. Deluxe bunch under security protocol 999-2461 guns back. And then we have Dash Aleph through HE. Deluxe bunch under security protocol 999-2461-Gerns back. Addendum: initial recovery and history. Dash A and all artifacts contained within were originally recovered from on. Initial recovery operations were carried out by personnel from the nearby and were originally stored in the US government's. Artifacts were transferred to SCP Foundation Site 2461 on with permission by the Bowl Commission, and have remained in SCP Foundation custody ever since that commission's dissolution. On a global occult coalition representative contacted SCP Foundation officials requesting that custody of SCP-2461 artifacts be transferred to GOC's auspices, citing the historical and cultural significance of the SCP-2461 artifacts to the GOC. As of the writing of this article, no plans have been made for any such transfer. And here we have two addendums. Addendum: the following information is limited to personnel with guns back clearance only. Here we go. The following slogans were found scrawled on various interior surfaces of Dash-A upon recovery. Deutschland. I mean, okay, wasn't there like a whole theory that like Germany? I mean, there's already like there was also like the talk that Germany in World War II had like a lot of like higher technology than most people. But wasn't there like also like a conspiracy that they, I mean, if I recall correctly, Hitler did try to find like a lot of like religious artifacts because he believed they would grant him power. So I would not be surprised if if there was like some sort of like story of him trying to find aliens. This article is about space Nazis. Exactly, yeah. Okay, well, please do not take this out of context. In Deutschland über alles. Gott strafe Amerika, Gott strafe England, Gott strafe die Vereinten Nationen. Two stars lightning bolts later identified as the Sigrunen used as a symbol of the Schutzstaffel. Yeah. A crudely drawn symbol of a sword with a ribbon wrapped around the blade and the words Unerbe Deutsches scrawled around the exterior. You know how awkward it is to like when I had to do the thumbnail for the Hitler one and I had to like upload it and be like, I wrote in the description like I hope this does not have some sort of like repercussions when this comes out. Man. Dash VAV. SB2461-VAV1 through VAV4 are the cremated remains of 4 global occult coalition operatives, 3 males, 1 female, found on board Dash-A at the time of impact. At the time of the writing of this article, the identities of these operators are unknown. Forensic reconstruction indicates that. So isn't this like so is this inspired by the whole like Nazi base on the moon thing? Forensic reconstruction indicates that at the time of impact, 2 of these individuals, VAV3 and VAV4, were located just outside the corridor leading to the control center on Deck 1, armed with Dash-D and Dash-E instances. 2 other individuals, VAV1 and VAV2, were found at the control of Dash-A, seated at the pilot and co-pilot stations. 2 Dash-C's instances, C1 and C2, were also found nearby, each killed by a headshot by a laser pistol in the 150 kilowatt range. And then we have the following information is limited to 05 level personnel with 999-2461 guns back clearance only. Okay, transfer of Dash-A cockpit flight data voice recorder. Okay, we have unknown, we have C1, we have DVAV, so we have 4 voices. Wait, what is this? Stick this in your bab and suck it, Razzi scum. Sounds of physical struggle. Foolish, did you seriously think that you could win this fight? You are a man, we have become gods. I'm starting to strangle grunt. Get really sick of shouting. You're grandstanding. Continued sounds of physical struggle. Servos whining. You're lost. Your mere human muscles are no match for the power of steel. When you see your hometown in flames, when you... Sound of gunshots, sound of 2 rapid gunshots. It took you long enough. You tried running in heels on a UFO, Captain. What about Manny and Wee Willie? Are they safe? They broke out at the same time we did. They're holding the corridor against the enemy. Good. Now let's see if we can turn this infernal machine. Extended pause. Scheiße. You see it? Computer flight controls. It must be making thousands of computations per second keeping this thing in the air. And it requires a password. Do you know it? No. Damn. What do? We can't let this thing cross the Atlantic. If this verdumped monstrosity gets found by the wrong people, our country is barely rebuilding itself. We can't let this act of sabotage set us back. It won't. Give me some time. I'll figure out this computer. Wait 1 minute. Manfred, go. Extended pause. Then do what you can. Go with God. That fight isn't going well? Wilhelm is dead. Manfred will. Manfred is such an old German name. Like that's like 50s. Back in the 50s. Because I don't think anybody like in the 90s was ever called Manfred anymore. Explosion, gunfire, shouting. We are out of time. Then we go back to Then we go to Plan B. Yes. For what it's worth, Fritz, you weren't so bad for a stuck-up German ass. I feel the same way, you headstrong army bitch. Recording ends. Well, now, guys, we need a movie. We need a movie of these people. Fritz is also like I mean, there's still some German people that would be called Fritz, but still, that's also a name that hasn't been used in a while. GOC missive sent to SB Foundation 05 Council on. Cut to me getting bombarded in the comments of like 50 Fritz, be like, how dare you say that our name isn't common. I've met like 20 Fritzes in my life. To whom it may concern, the Global Occult Coalition High Command has recently received word that the remains of GOC Strike Team Alpha are in the custody of your organization. It is with the utmost respect and gratitude for the care with which you have maintained these historical artifacts that the Coalition cordially requests that these remains and artifacts be returned to the Global Occult Coalition. Strike Team Alpha was the first Global Occult Coalition strike team to be formed in the wake of the Second World War. Their exploits against the SS Annenerbe and the Thule-Gesellschaft during the years following the dissolution of the Nazi regime were instrumental not only in dealing with the occult fallout of that war, but in repairing the reputation of the German people in the occult community. Suddenly, complicit guilt in the deaths of 9 million innocents cannot be expunged easily, but the past do not in any way lessen the courage and sacrifice of Commander Hans Fritzl, Lieutenant Wilhelm Weiss, Sergeant Manfred Schröder, and Special Agent Diana Wu Frost. Certainly an organization whose early history includes a shameful involvement in the McCarthy-Truman Sorry, I just got one of the bot messages, and that luckily Twitch was like, "Oh, you had this on the like blocked things. Is this one of them?" And I'm like, I had to click deny. So I hope this, yeah. Certainly, an organization whose early history includes a shameful involvement in the McCarthy-Truman UFO scandal of 1951 must understand the value of repentance and restitution. You sincerely, what the fucking signature on the Secretary General D.C. Alfine, United Nations Global Occult Coalition. And it's the most commented video on your channel because everyone named Fritz commented on. Yeah, that would be funny. I would love that actually. I kind of would love that if it's just got like 50 comments, and every single one of them is by Fritz. I also if it's just 50 comments of people pretending to be Fritz, that would also be hilarious. I'll be down. I'll be down for that joke. Just like a bunch of comments saying, "My name is Fritz, and how dare you?" Just getting dragged for the comments. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'll try to not do that anymore in the future. Space Nazis. I wonder if this is inspired by the famous Nazi moon Nazi base idea, or how Hitler always tried to find the most obscure way to get a heads up on his enemies. Head start, not heads up. Because didn't he actually, I know Indiana Jones, of course, made the whole thing about it, but didn't he also in real life try to find, like, a lot of artifacts because he was like, oh, it's gonna give me the power to beat everybody. Which is a wild thing to hear, like, years later, like, this awful human being that has caused so much misery and pain, who convinced a bunch of people that he is right, in the same time also was looking at, like, artifacts, was like, I will have the power of God. It's kind of a little bit ridiculous. It's a little bit odd. Just a tiny bit.